two, three.
Hey, I'm Randy. I sing for Lamb of God.
And I'm Mark, and I play guitar for Lamb of God.
Well, the recording process for this record was much like the other 6 records we've done. Really different, except for the fact that during the pre-production process, really the whole writing process, our producer was there from basically the beginning when we and the 5 of us got together in a room to document everything we did and help us weed through ideas.
Yeah, I think in general it worked the same as it usually does, except we may have had a bit more material this time than going into, so there's more stuff to work on from the beginning. The title of the album is Resolution, and I think that it's sort of maybe in a sense encapsulated some of the threads that were running through the record lyrically, these things that Randy and I were writing about. Just the idea of certain cycles coming to an end and certain pictures maybe becoming a bit more clear. I'd say that there's certainly themes throughout the album, and it's a collection of stories or thoughts on kind of where we are as people, Randy and I, as being the primary lyricists. There's not particularly one concept. It's not a concept record about one specific thing. It's more of just a collection of works and that reflect kind of where we are musically as a band, and I think where maybe mentally Randy and myself are as lyricists, and maybe some thoughts on where we are personally as people. Ghost Walking is the first track we're going to release from the record. It's I guess it's a bit of a stretch to call it a single because we're not exactly a top 40 radio band, but it's certainly the first look into the record. It's a song that touches on, lyrically, it touches on themes of like, at one's, in a point of conflict or in a point of challenge, often we make things worse by choosing to self-destruct rather than actually stand up. Sometimes it's easier to go down than it is to go up, and I think it maybe has some insight and some examples of cases where that happens to us as people or as a civilization or as a society.
I hate the studio. I understand why these guys like it, some of them, I just can't stand it. The last record was the easiest time I'd ever had in the studio, but it certainly wasn't for me what I would call a blast. But I do love touring. I love traveling, and I love checking out different countries, different cities, getting out there, and I love playing in front of people,
Touring with Metallica was amazing. To be given the opportunity to play shows with them and be a part of something like that was pretty astonishing for all of us, I think. But as we got into it, I think I can certainly speak for myself, and I think Randy as well, that as we got into it, we were pretty excited to find that they are genuine, humble people and just really a good group of guys to be around. And so to learn that people that are so much larger than life before you know them and before you're in their midst, if you will, that are actually just regular people that really are devoted to what they do and enjoy what they do and take it very seriously. It was kind of nice to see that and to be able to experience it firsthand. And also really just to learn a lot about how they do things, because they do it right. And they're certainly a band to look up to, and certainly a band that I do look up to in a lot of ways.